Ganymede, Ganymede. Ganymede.
Alright, Newton. Need to get off that lamp.
He keeps getting up there.
Why the lamp, though? Okay.
Warm? I mean, if I could get on a lamp, I'd get on a lamp.
Do I need to make you a lamp?
No.
Okay, no, he just really likes that spot.
He does. He's tall and he can see everything.
I'm gonna have to trim his nails, too.
Oh, don't tell him that.
It's fine, he's actively turning for me. Okay, back one. Come on.
Why does he listen to you and
There
not
we
me?
go. And the nails trimmed.
I see how it is, Newton.
I don't know, they seem to like me.
He does.
I think they tend to be a little more calm around me. Especially when I have more mushrooms.
Hmm.
Do you think Newton thinks I'm a newt?
Oh, you'd be the best newt.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay.
A newto?
Oh, no. No, no.
A newto.
I hate that.
Oh.
Suppose I should show up to this meeting thing.
I think I got at least 5 more minutes.
I suppose so. Been working on a couple new weapons, though. See this?
What is?
It's a scepter that can be charged with a potion signature. I may have filtered it to something that should be more effective against organics.
Electo, what are you planning?
Nothing. There was just someone with an ego at the gala who decided that since he won in a fist fight, he was clearly superior.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Go that bad?
It went off pretty well, I thought. Oh yeah, I picked up some prizes for you and left them in your mailbox.
Ooh. My what?
The mailbox you put outside your door?
I didn't put a mailbox outside my door.
I presumed it was yours.
Oh. Oh, you got me masks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and a letter.
That wasn't me. That was already there.
Oh.
Not sure whose that is.
I did make a pen pal.
Oh, look at you making friends already. Who's your pen pal?
Zlata.
Oh, you two getting along?
I helped her set up her room.
Oh, that's lovely.
Though there was a little incident. Oh, I think I broke something under there. Whoops.
I can replace that sigil later.
I didn't see it there.
That's why I put it there.
I see. Sneaky Electo. Doing sneaky stuff.
It's not a harmful sigil, it just makes whatever I burn in the braziers more effective.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, it's alright, I can remake it. Little bit of dragon's
hanging out
blood.
with Zlata. They're real sweet. They're
Young?
sad. I didn't say it to her, but I guess it's something to look out for. I think she has some food hoarding tendencies.
Alright.
I don't know. If you smell something from her room, just bring it up gently.
Well, if I start to smell something rotting, I will.
Mm-hmm.
But after all that happened with the shift and being there for, what, an entire moon here, I can't blame them for wanting to have adequate supplies.
Yeah, of course not.
Anything
It
else
just
I
makes
should
me
be
sad.
aware of?
Oh, I helped her make her room a little bit more cozy for her.
Mm-hmm.
So we made her kind of more of a seating area and then a separate bedroom.
Makes sense for someone that young, yes.
Mm-hmm. Other things to be aware.
Well, someone's having a good lunch.
Apparently. I did get handed, this.
That's someone's
Boarrie?
head. By
In the middle of
Boarrie.
the street.
Intriguing.
While we were trying to play a game with the child.
And I'm
And
guessing...
I had to explain it away as like, yeah, no, Boarrie just didn't know a secret handshake.
And thus gave you a decapitated head.
Yeah, but you know, it's fine.
That isn't normal, but alright. I've just put it in your chest for now. We can deal with that later.
Yeah, I don't really want to deal with that right now. What else?
I can put it in the memorial later.
Yeah.
That seems the adequate way to deal with such a thing.
Oh, I guess another important thing that's important for you to know is I did end up having a talk with Slada and Boarrie. Here.
Yes.
We got in a bit of an argument. I don't know if it's an argument or a proper debate, but like, it was something. And I ended up telling, Slada and Boarrie about like, you remember what happened in that bastion while all the fortresses were still up and running, right?
You're going to have to be a little more specific.
When me and Midas got captured.
Oh. You told them about that.
No, I didn't say his name, but I don't remember why it got brought up. I'm just saying I gave her a happy ending to that.
But if they're a little on edge, alright. I'll keep it in mind.
That's all really.
Actually, I think I just realized why Newton's so attached.
Why?
I keep putting his mushrooms in my arms.
He thinks you're one of him.
He really does.
Oh. Get Newton on. Should I bring Newton to the meeting?
I don't see why not. Do you think Newton's interested in meetings?
No.
Then
I
probably
would love to go to the meeting.
You would, Newton?
Oh.
Okay, well,
So
let's
what's
go
the
then.
meeting about, huh?
Laugh! Oh, I thought that was you.
Hi.
Hello.
What's this meeting I'm hearing about?
Boarrie was calling a meeting. Didn't you get an invitation?
Oh. No, Boarrie doesn't like me very much.
Oh.
I tried
sure
to
you just got
explain that
lost.
you're just showing your affection. I don't think he got it.
No. Boarrie's not one of those people that think with their brains.
Oh. I did have to explain a couple things to him a couple times in the same
You
conversation,
gotta
but
with him.
Well,
then I'll invite you with this cookie.
Ooh. Sure thing.
then I suppose the three of us should head up then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Welcome to
Boy,
our
I
room.
might show up
Wrath.
late. I wanna like surprise him. I wanna catch him off
Alright.
guard. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Don't make too much of a mess in our room.
You can play with
No
Newton if you want.
promises.
Oh,
Mm,
Vindicator?
That. Oh no.
I'll see you upstairs.
Well, I'm gonna switch my
Yeah.
ears then.
You all right there?
I heard violence. What's going on?
Yeah, a man just came out of hit Boarrie with an axe.
Really now? Are there more of them?
No, I think it was just the one. I bit shocked that. You all right, Oru?
I'm fine.
Right. Well,
Was
I
it
was a
safe?
bit.
I don't see any enemies around.
Okay.
Well, I was more surprised considering, I didn't exactly invite non-convectrons, but your presence is welcome anyway. I mean, this issue is very critical to you after all. You and other Umbrans and Casmans.
Alright, Boarrie, let's hear what you've got in your meeting.
Well, it's not exactly what I've got. I do believe we should give a bit more time as well. No, wait. Right, yes, I'm thinking. Yes, the curtains are very nice. Could we... They're not the subject of what I'm here to talk about, though. You all can take a seat, please. I can't imagine there's a problem with it. Tenebris, I saw you in the corner. If you want to come out and actually join us.
No, don't worry, I'm right here.
Tenebris! Oh, goodbye, Tenebris.
I'm not sure if anyone else saw the left going past you behind you, but okay.
Huh?
Hello,
I just saw a left go from the ceiling to the floor.
Oh.
God, is he here?
Vesper, Oru.
Hello.
Oh.
Left
Hello.
does live here.
Again.
Have we met? Vesper?
Yes, that's me.
Have we met?
I don't think so. No.
Oh.
Have
Hello.
we?
My name's Ganymede.
Nice to meet you.
Have a cookie.
Thank you.
Have Vesper? I don't believe we've met either. Maybe we did. I apologize. It has been a moment. If we have.
Just in passing for a few minutes, but
Well, I suppose if you're an Umbran or Casman, then this would be important to you as well. Barring any other interruptions, then, I suppose I should get right to the point as to, well, I guess it was meant to be two of you, but the more the merrier here. I wanted to... I think it should just be easy for me to... Okay, well, I'm just gonna pull this chair out real quick, because I want to stand. Frankly, I think that, and please take no offense to this, I think we've been a little light on the action that is on a very serious problem. I imagine we can all agree worlds entrapping us, draining of magic, going up in smoke are not things we want to have stay a problem, but are also things that we all have a vested interest in, well, making sure it's not a problem. As I said, I know we've been making rescue efforts within Convectra. I know we rescued, I believe someone rescued another one. It was Lata, I believe, a while back. I don't know if you had anything to do with that, Electo.
I do.
I know you, well, and while rescue efforts are all well and good, especially for some people, it can't be a permanent solution. At least for me, but it could be different per person. That's not the subject of this meeting, though. What I want to get down to is what we all may know, and I'd also like to maybe hopefully come out of this meeting with a solution. Something we can try to work towards, even if it's a harebrained theory that might work and might have some grounding in reality. I would want to be trying something. It feels very... what's the word? It feels very passive, what we're doing. And while I can appreciate what we're doing, rescuing others trapped within Convectra, it's in no way a permanent solution. I believe Ganymede the other day was saying blazes can't act at full efficiency here. I mean, what's going to happen in this winter that, is even colder than it is now? I mean, what if...
To all extents, I agree. I've been primarily focusing on my own corruption, but there does need to be a more permanent fix to all of this.
Exactly that, too. I mean, corruption is affecting some of us. We don't know if maybe the other places have... That is a question I don't think I've asked. Has your world's been experiencing the same corruption while being here?
Less corruption, more our realms are losing magic, just entirely. When they are, in fact, created of magic. Exist of magic. There we go. So
It's
our
funny.
worlds are destroying itself as it loses magic.
Ooh.
It is funny, then, that only our world seems to be experiencing corruption. It's something we can get into, but as I said, I want to try to put a solution in place, even if it's something stupid, even if it's something out there that would take ages in order to have work. I want to be working towards something, because, and no offense, I think the Blazes here, who've been doing a lot of the work, don't exactly have the best perspective on time for a lot of the rest of us. I mean, firstly, I'm going to age, and I would rather not die here in the overworld where I do not live. I would prefer to be buried by my customs. Secondly, there are... oh, god damn it. Nothing. Just going to ignore it. It's fine. It's not there. It's not a problem.
Wow, calling it hit? Quite rude.
No, I'm fine with being called it.
I don't
No,
think
not
it's...
you. Not you.
I think it's the person I saw going from the ceiling to the floor.
But duly noted. So I guess then I should start this conversation with, what do we know? All of us. I mean, we can go around the table. We can, just say it. I want to figure out what we know, what might link other worlds' draining of magic to ours, why ours might be having this adverse reaction and giving us corruption. I'm not sure if in my case it's corruption or something else. Just what do we know?
Am I allowed to have the floor?
Sure.
Alright. I will admit I'm not a proper magus or anything like that. However, I have been, with assistance, been doing some research on the corruption at least. And I am happy to say that at least Ganymede and Mai's corruption has been isolated to a singular physical spot that should be able to be extracted. Whatever this corruption is, it seems to not only be a magical ailment, but one that has a physical spot, and thus can be extracted, meaning it will not be a death sentence.
It physically manifests.
Yes.
Akin to a seed or akin to like a collection?
Aura might have a better insight
More akin to
on
a
that.
seed or akin to a collection point, I said. Like, is it growing from it or collecting there?
I think it's collecting. I don't know.
When peering at it, it was more so a mass, like I don't wish to put it this way, but more like a cyst.
A tumor.
Yes.
Okay.
It would make sense for something such as this, but it's good to know that it can be cured.
Exactly.
However, we should not, by any means, concentrate on this being how it's going to manifest in everyone. After all, they are gem blazes. They are mostly magic in nature. Not everyone with corruption is magic in nature, really.
I guess
Fair
if we're going to bring that up, I guess I've said this to a lot of you in the room, but I've been experiencing what I'm not sure is corruption or something completely physical, but there's been okay. You all know about the zombies that live here, right? Green corpses that wander around. Well, those are animated by some kind of plague that was eventually transferred into Convectra, infected my people. Awful thing. It's what created the zombified versions of my people you see now. Upon stepping into the overworld, I, as told by Construct, immediately became afflicted by it. I think I had mere days to live before I was prescripted potions and golden apples in order to stave off the infection. A curious thing I've noticed is that when I went back to Convectra, it dissipated almost. When I went back into Convectra, it didn't affect me, even though I hadn't had a potion in ages. It was almost like stepping out into Convectra made it so that I didn't have it anymore, which is curious to me. Have any of your corruptions seemed to have been aware?
You
Like-
said that with mine. I don't know. I wasn't there, but
Am I
You
allowed
said-
to speak on it?
yeah, I don't really mind.
Ganymede's corruption seemed to be incredibly intensified in Convectra. Whereas mine, at least at first, did seem to be speaking of orders rather than orders themselves. However, my corruption apparently has been isolated into my cranium, essentially my brain.
Oh. It's concerning.
Just
That would
a bit.
explain some behaviors.
I'm willing to talk to you about that later, Tenebris.
I
Well,
don't know why mine's only intensified there.
that was something I was going to get into. I believe that this corruption may be a way to draw us back somehow. I mean, for me, it was curing me of an illness as I walked back into Convectra. We're not sure if it could do anything for Electo, as Electo seems pretty willing to go back in, rescue folks, go back out. It seems as if it doesn't need to convince Electo, and, well, maybe for Ganymede it had intensified into a form where it felt satisfied enough to not need to convince you. You were just there anyway, so it just ran rampant on you. And when you were coaxed back out, maybe it will surface again and become more dense. There's not enough for my theory on this, but I do think it might have some credit. I mean, I'm not wrong in saying this, right?
I
Not quite sure.
had another point to bring up of things I had discovered.
Oh?
I've, let's say, acquired an artifact that is supposed to let someone retain their sanity, their magic, and an immunity to corruption when going through Convectra. But I believe it only works on one person at a time.
Oh.
Well, are there multiple of this artifact?
No.
Ah,
And I'll be honest, I am not going to be willing to go through the rigors it took to get this another time anytime soon. I'd be willing to leave it at the portal, of course, but
What is it?
it apparently is a boon of Alara.
Oh.
who? What?
A god of suffering, if I remember right.
Suffering, pain, loss, blood. Let me just say her trials were unpleasant.
I'm more concerned that a god of suffering is giving you a way through Convectra. It sounds as if though the intentions do not sound pure in the slightest.
No, but it's
what?
at least a tool.
A tool that
What's the trade-off?
Likely the pain I already experienced. I've lived a long time, Oru. I had never experienced anything like that before.
I was mainly asking about the cost of wearing it.
Nothing I've found yet.
that is something I think we should be wary of. As you said, it does sound like a great tool, but I personally am not very trusting of a boon from the god of suffering protecting me from the corruption.
And that's fine. I just wanted to mention that I have such a thing, and that I would be willing to share it.
Please tell me he's not going to just be doing this the whole time.
Most likely. May I posit a idea from this?
Go ahead.
From the fact of it is a physical boon that protects from corruption, a physical form that it manifests in, and all three of the corrupted people that we know at this table have all been physical side effects. Does that mean then creatures who have less of a physical form, ergo, for example, me and Lef, and other creatures who have less matter, are they then safer or immune to the corruption? Have we found a spirit that is affected? Have we found if it is not connected to obviously it could be connected to the soul, the magic, the form, the something else. Obviously, it's not the soul, because people without souls have been affected without them. It's obviously not magic, because people with magic have been affected with it. As far as I'm aware, you don't practice magic, do you?
No. I didn't even know what it was before coming over here.
Exactly. So, does that mean from that is then form, matter, and if it cannot find a place to hold on to, does that mean creatures?
Seems a better theory than anything I've heard yet.
Yes, and it is a. This sounds question. Do gem blazes breathe?
Not in a traditional sense, but for the purposes of speech and the purposes of keeping our flames alive. I suppose at an utmost minimum we would have to breathe every half hour or so.
And I had a fish nest. Does this boon, how do you wear it?
You carry it.
Oh.
It's a
Carry.
lantern.
Oh. Interesting, okay.
Could it be that the corruption is a plague that can infect magic? Because, I mean, it can infect physical matter, right? Like myself, if I am. It can infect people who are physical with magic, but that leaves out people who are not physical spirits. But I guess that does leave a hole with the magic thing.
Yes.
Why? Well, I was going to
Perfect.
suggest Lef, but I think
Yes,
Lef is just a normal insane.
Yes, I'm gonna say, I'm unsure if Lef has been corrupted. Seemingly, that
From
they
what
haven't had
I've
behaviors.
seen, Lef's
Yeah.
behavior seems normal for her.
Okay, I was
Mhm.
about to say, but no, that's
It's more the fact that there haven't been anomalous activities. For example, you have been physically anomalous, where you have had, well, you've been been feeling it. You've been feeling the affection.
well. I'm not. See, I don't know if I'm corrupted, and I really should get tested for it. But by the time I went in and I first got a checkup from Construct and was diagnosed with this zombification plague, nothing came back. I mean, unless the test is different, but I imagine it's tested through blood, which
Yes.
my blood was taken.
Tested through
Nothing
blood.
seemed to come up about corruption. It was just zombification. I mean, I believe my corruption, if there is any, might be more related to curing me of it rather than. I mean, I guess that sort of goes back to what you were saying. I am physically feeling it by being cured of it, if that's what it is.
Some viruses, or perhaps even parasites, can desire. If it is a symbiotic infection that is, for if you just said, wanting to go back to Convectra, this posits the question of, is it a airborne corruption? It is a physical thing that you breathe in. The lantern could be disinfecting the air or something, I'm not sure. But when you breathe the Convectran air, you feel better. And when Ganymede breathes the Convectran air, feels worse. Could it be the air inside? And then it is that. Well, that's it. Could it be the air?
It's possible, but for it to have different effects on different people, it obviously this has something to do with magic. I mean, I don't think there's any getting around that. This plague is magical in nature, but I'm just not sure. There's not enough we know about corruption, and barring the ethically wrong thought of forcing people to become corrupted, there's no way we're going to know anything else. I mean, have any of the Umbrans or Casmans been corrupted even? Can they get corrupted?
As far as, well, we haven't arrived here corrupted. I'm not sure if we've been checked completely for being corrupted now.
I mean by Convectra.
Yes, that is the point, but then if that might just reinforce my point of, seemingly it is when you go into Convectra that does it.
I have a small point.
Go on.
I don't breathe.
You do to
At all.
some point let air in to keep your flames alive, though.
I guess.
Yeah, less
That's
breathing, more just air circulating in your body. Most fires use oxygen to breathe.
Or even touching your body. Even it could be airborne by skin contact. I mean, I didn't even breathe in any of the Convectran air before I began to feel better. But then again, maybe this is magical in nature and doesn't go by any kind of, I don't know, normal disease standards, if you
Of
will.
course. I'm just saying it could be something.
Right.
Yes, the portal seems to be a gateway between it, and is a kind of airlock almost of sorts. There's no air coming through it.
No, nor does the
Well-
temperature leach through.
Well,
but
yes, that
magic
was
is coming through it.
that was actually part of its design. Sorry, I read about portals to. Oh my! I read about these portals. They were built in such a way, they're a dimensional gateway, but they trap anything within the journey in an almost kind of pocket plane, as it was described, so that way nothing can affect them during the journey. Because essentially, when you're in another portal, it's like you sleep. For the amount of time is unknown. Nobody ever reported, in any of the books I read at least, nobody ever reported aging intensely whenever they went through 2 portals, but there is a passage of time where you are asleep through the portal, and then when you come out on the other end, you are awake, and you act as if though nothing happens. Maybe don't think about it going into the portal, because then you might become aware of it. I'm not sure how it works, but point being, it would keep out any plagues going in and out from the air, because if it was in the air in that pocket plane, it would just poof, gone. That's
so
at
that is
least
a
what I know.
theory. That is obviously, unless Ori, you have any opinion of that. No, I know you worked on our portal and everything, or while I worked on the portals, but
In terms of construction, what I've noticed is that the ones between our own and theirs are completely different. I don't wish to sound rude, but in terms of construction, it's more primal, if anything.
Well, yes, some of those the portal I believe in the temple is ancient. Very
yeah.
old.
You made your portal?
Oh, yes, my family worked on some of it, mostly just reconstructing parts of it.
we came here at our choice for wanting to find out what is going on in this realm. For this is where we found our magic being sucked away to, or something draining our magic around this area.
I've thought about this with the many times you've talked about that it was being drained here. Is it not the case? I don't know. Because my idea is it could be Convectra draining it from the other 2 worlds, and we just all happen to be going here. But I don't know of anything within Convectra that could be doing that
I don't believe
draining.
magic is draining from here, though.
No, magic's quite great here. And as far as I'm aware, magic isn't draining in Convectra, unless I'm wrong, but it is just corrupting.
From what I had discussed previously with Cyrus, it seems it's destabilizing and moving erratically.
But what could cause such a destabilization like that? I mean,
I don't know.
It has to be an outside factor. I can't imagine there are any mages powerful enough within Convectra to disrupt the entire flow of magic like that.
Unless
I'm
it's
not sure how it works.
Convectra. What was it? We come from a place of almost pure magic. Most of our land is made out of magic. We have a core that is magic and so it stains everything. But draining pure magic would be entropic or chaotic. Could it be that they are then sending the chaotic part of it to Convectra and draining the good part, the cream of the crop, here?
Convectra already was primarily built of chaos magic.
So adding more to the pot would
Stabilize it more.
I suppose, possibly.
if it had already found a stabilization point within the chaos. I mean, it's like when you leave a pot on too long, or you add too much more heat, it boils over.
Yes.
I
You've got
think.
to
I don't know how cooking works.
basically putting it into that's the possibility or theory is that if they are draining the magic here, it's either the excess overfill or the parts they don't want. Because there's many types of magic. Chasma was like dark magic and everything, but
Well, do we have some sort of tools to measure said magic? If we did, we could at least get measurements and see if this theory is correct.
Give me time and I'll mix something.
So we could definitely say that our place is draining.
Apologies to put more on your plate, Oru.
It's
I-
fine.
If you
I s-
ever need any help, or I can help.
Fine. I'm used to this.
I suppose then that's a good segue into when we have these measurements, when we know if the magic in Convectra is overflowing or draining, whatever the case may be, what should we do about it then? I can't imagine anyone knows any methods of magic generation or magic stagnate. I'm not sure the word for this.
Draining. But I think if we have proof, I don't think even the city leaders could try and have their pretty little words deny it. I think we confront them, ask them, see if they know anything about it. If they don't, find whoever if it is being drained here, obviously someone's behind it.
That's a bit out of left field. I mean, we don't even know if it's being drained or overflowed in the first place.
Well, we know our magic is being drained.
And why would
As
the
I said.
city leaders deny it? There's concrete proof it's draining.
We
and
haven't
corrupting.
asked them. We've asked them a few
So
times.
then, how can
But they're helping us to find out about it. I have a penitence to not trust authorities.
that's understandable? But I mean, I think we need as much help as we can get here. Truthfully,
Yes. Then if they aren't doing it, if they don't know, they can help us.
The city leaders can build a town. They can run a town. I severely doubt they know an unknown method to drain magic. Because I mean, I don't think anybody.
This. If the magic is being funneled out, we funnel it back in. If things are being added, we take it back out, and we find a method for those.
I feel like
We
would-
already know the books that have been written about the magic here. This Book of Shadows has been helping us with some type of natural magic. We don't know the other types of magic here. Why not go to the locals who might know, including a doctor who researches, someone who is very close to deific beings, Miles.
I'm not sure. I like just saw him yesterday. I'm pretty sure they made him up. I've never seen him before.
I've met him already. He is
No, the blood
He
on my
is-
knuckles from him was fairly real.
yes. I beat him. He
I mean,
is.
You do have. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say he is meat-headed to a fault, but when in need, he at least can put up a fight. What do you
I feel like though, if the magic was draining to here and we had some kind of method, I mean, firstly, if we found out magic was being drained here, I'm sure whatever machine or spell was doing it, we could reverse it. But
We'd have to
my
find the machine.
we'd have to find the machine. Yes, we'd
Yes.
have to prove a machine even exists. And as well, wouldn't it, my point is, wouldn't it be obvious though if magic was being drained here? I feel like buildings in Nocturin would pop up overnight. Why drain all this magic if you can't use it?
Unless, do you remember my theory? They are keeping it, charging it, for a large ritual.
For what though? To do what?
Do you not remember my theory of that? We are the catalyst city
Oh,
for
yes,
a
yes.
large base sacrifice.
That would make sense, like how an altar has to charge.
Exactly. We are the golden chalk. We have the eldritch chalk from Umbra and Chasma, and the infernal, fiery chalk from Convectra. We have each types. And then we have white chalk, which is the overworld. We have these three types. They could now, if this theory is correct, and this is the golden chalk for the catalyst, with so much magic and so different types of magic, they could then do anything they desire with the right ingredients.
But if they, I'm very sure they would have enough magic for this. It seems extreme to drain magic from not one, not two, but 3 worlds at the same time.
Umbra and Chasma are the same world.
Oh,
They're
Okay,
just two
still-
layers.
It's two cities in the
Yes.
same world.
Still, 2 worlds is a lot of magic's worth, and
It's why you
Really?
have Eldritch Chalk, Fiery Chalk, teleporting through walls, and White Chalk. You need the different types to channel certain things. The chaos from the Convectra, the alienation otherworldly from our realm, and the order, normality and nature from this realm. All these things combined they basically encompass everything that we know.
Aside from this, however, we need to focus on the things we can actually reach at this point.
yes, I believe this is a
Measuring
big,
and
big
making
picture.
sure what things we know are actually true, measuring if Convectra is draining or not.
I guess that begs the question as well. If it's not either of those things, could it be that our worlds are disconnected somehow with this? I mean, there's a lot we don't know, and I do believe
And thus
tools.
we need to focus on what we can measure.
Yeah.
I mean, at the very least, we have Convectra still accessible to us. The other world has, you
Yes.
know, well, the portals. I mean, you could just go look right outside a bit down the road.
Our portal just got destroyed.
Well, yes, that's ultimately what I was getting at. Your portal exploded. We don't have Umbra and Chasma in order to test on. And
But wild
You just-
speculation in this stage will just beget unwanted violence.
Oh, we don't
Whoa.
want that.
No.
Especially if
violence.
we don't
How would we
want
get
to
to-
start like pointing fingers, especially if they do have strong mages here that can help
Oh.
us. You don't want to get on their bad side before we can even.
Right.
I realize my words of confront might have been aggressive. I mean, bring this information to the city leaders, find out what they say about it.
Exactly.
Oh, like a presentation.
Yes.
Talk
Well,
I
kind of.
first.
More just, hey, this is happening. What is happening? And try and get them to research. As I think Construct has helped Oru with research about the portal.
I mean, I believe even confronting or trying to take any action against them at this point is, even if they say something suspicious or odd about this is. Would you just come out already?
That is just the newt. I hate to tell you, that is just the newt
That
doing
is
that.
Here,
just
I'm
me.
gonna go put him back downstairs.
That's Ganymede's pet.
His name is Newton.
It seems someone let him out of his room.
Oh,
I
Newton.
think I have a
What are you
wild
doing
guess.
out of your room? Did I not give you enough snacks? Well, here, I'll give you some more watermelon, okay? There's a lot of watermelon around.
Would you just take a seat if you're going to rudely interrupt us?
Have
Or
a cookie.
try to.
Aw,
anyway?
gee, okay. Peekaboo!
Is your mouth growing?
I love this whole thing you're doing,
Get-
Boarrie.
get
Sounding great
off
so
of me,
far.
sit
This little
on the
little
chair
theory you got going
and
on.
say something
You're
Oh.
practically got like a whole rebellion little thing going on here. You know, you
No,
have
that's not.
our
that's
favorite
not
little
at all
shadow
what
bear
this is.
once again trying to usurp everything. You're just a little
do you mean by
chaos
that?
creature like us,
This
aren't you?
is not.
What do you mean by that?
That is not at
Oh,
all what
Boarrie,
this
Boarrie,
is,
Boarrie,
personally.
Boarrie, Boarrie. You and your... I can't find a feature to compliment about you. But you, in general... So, you're telling me that you're trying to, what, stem the bleeding of all the Convectran magic? Have I got that right?
Okay, something useful you finally said. Yes, we're trying to figure out if
You
it's
think you
bleeding.
can do that?
Right.
you think you
don't
stand a
know.
chance?
We don't know. That's the whole point of this. Oh, great.
Shock horror, Boarrie doesn't know something. That's a first, huh?
We don't know because we haven't measured or studied it.
I like
You-
your
I-
optimism. I really do.
Did you have anything better to say than to come in here and antagonize us, or are you going
I
to say
just
something useful?
think you're this whole thing, the whole idea that you can like control this is I mean, it's cute. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a valiant effort. You know, I like your intentions. It's all cute. I
You
love the
speak like
story. It makes
you're
sense.
doing this.
Doing what?
You say this like it's your efforts to drain the magic and your. I mean, that's the
No,
way it
I
sounds like.
wish.
Alright, Lef, what's your theory?
I mean, I don't really have a theory, you know. I
And
just
why
don't
are
think
you
it's.
here?
I think the whole thing's futile. I think you've brought everyone around a table to worry and doom about a thing that you can't control.
We're not worrying
think-
and dooming. You are doing that. I brought
Well, I mean,
people here to try to enact
what are
a
your
solution.
solutions so far? What? Hypothetically monitor the whole thing? You think you can do that? What's your idea to monitor it, huh?
Well, it's not my idea, but I'm sure Oru has something. That's why we asked Oru to help us with it.
You have an idea, Boarrie? Or just like the concept of an idea?
Shut up. Shut up.
My point exactly.
well, Look, again, if you have
I
anything
think
useful
too
to say, I'm
many
happy to
people
do it.
think that Convectra is a place that they can control and that they get to have a say in, but you don't. I thought you would get the program by now. You lived there for so long, but no. You're late to the party, bud. I guess that makes sense. All you the Piglin folk aren't exactly the brightest bulbs, are they?
Are you done?
While you breathe, no.
Look, again, if you are going to say something useful, please say it. If you are not, please sit down and spectate the
I'll
meeting
say
or leave.
something useful then.
Please.
Here's my idea, okay? My idea is quit the whole effort to try and stop this.
Not
Take
something useful. Try
The
again.
remnants of your little life and enjoy them while you can. You don't have much left.
I
Okay?
asked for something useful, not the same thing you've been saying for the past 5 minutes.
Well, maybe get with the program. You're taking too long.
You bore me with this.
You're one to talk about boars, huh?
Oh, that was bad.
As much as I hate him, or her, I cannot say that I don't find some of the quips a little funny.
Some of
Yeah,
those
that was
were a
pretty
bit
funny.
out of pocket.
Yes. Ignoring that and moving on, my other point being, just to recap with what we were saying, we don't have a solution at the moment, but we are working towards one. We're going to measure the magic in Convectra, and we're going to be sure that. Oh, excuse me, God, I just ate before I came to this. We're going to measure the magic in Convectra. We're going to figure out what's happening to it if we can. If we can't, I'm sure another one of these meetings wouldn't be a bad idea to help formulate a new solution to attempt to figure this out. I mean, I'm sure asking the city leaders to assist in any kind of solution wouldn't be the worst idea. I mean, many of them are magically versed, and we could maybe
I'll
get
be
something
honest,
beneficial.
asking them in the past hasn't been the most efficient course of action.
Well, maybe instead of asking, we demand.
When we get information, then maybe we can do something.
Exactly.
Coming to them with problems that we hardly know of all the facts of doesn't exactly inspire to
They've
help.
also said they're looking into it. They're apparently researching into it, and so if we say look into it, they'll be like, yes, we are, and then you don't know if they are. So we need proof and evidence
We
that they
need to
either
find
are or not.
which the measurements of magic could be great evidence.
Yeah. Give them something to work with.
Of course. While
Even
we're
set up
on,
a communication. Yes.
while we're on, the fact that we obviously won't have a solution to this corruption problem or getting. While we're not going to get on to the bottom of this corruption problem and snip it at the bud right now. I do think there is something to be said about the corrupted people of Convectra, because frankly, I do think that they deserve a bit more respect than they're getting right now. I mean, I know there are several blaze drones around fortresses who are often slain, I mean, by either ignorant overworlder, just really by ignorant outsiders. There's especially the issue of my people, which luckily there is a preventative for, that I was going to suggest. I just think at the possibility that this could be cured, that this could be done away with, we could do away with the defending ourselves. Well, okay, not with the defending ourselves, but
Excuse you?
Miswording, that's not what I meant. We could do away with needing to defend ourselves. It's really a simple countermeasure. I mean,
Again,
No, what?
excuse
You're
me?
just telling us to die?
no, I'm not telling you to die.
Let's
I'm
have him
telling you to
finish his
change
sentence
your-
before we throw judgment.
I'm telling you to maybe wear a golden helmet or boots. I mean, I've tried this even against my own people who've attacked me, and the gold seems to, I mean, it doesn't exactly bring them back to sanity, but, you know, the metal distracts them and makes them not want to attack you. It's likely because of several of our own people wearing similar things. It's almost an identifier, and I think we could prevent a lot of unnecessary death. I mean, for all I know, multiple of my family members have already been slaughtered in the roads of Convectra because they attacked you, and, well, no one gave it a second thought, really, and that's my point, you know? I mean, I imagine there are lots of people who might feel the same way. There's lots of people, especially me, who feel as if they're annoyed at, you know, people dying. You know, this is something we can cure, it's not something we should take lightly. I mean,
Alright.
these are people's...
I'm not going to say I regret any previous actions, but if you want to set up some gold armor at the portal, I don't mind.
Yes,
That's what I said.
I'm appreciative of that. It's, you know, it's just, it seemed, I don't know, I just brought this up a lot of times, and I mean...
Previously, you had accused me of... Oh? One moment, the
Electro's still
world's
here.
blinking.
Oh,
Here we go.
in a bout of invincibility. Sorry, you were saying?
Previously, you had accused me of doing some sort of horrendous crime by fighting off the ones who had attacked me. That is
Well-
what I was hostile to you against.
Well, I mean, in fairness, you know, it was a pretty obvious solution to a problem that could have, you know, been easily solved by wearing a different piece of armor, and every
It was
time I
not
suggested
obvious in the quick span of time that we used to escape,
mean,
especially
all of
when
them are
one did
wearing-
not have gold armor on them at that point.
most of them do. A lot of my people are
I
wearing gold
did
armor.
not have gold armor on me at that point, and I fought my
Yes,
way
but-
back, and I do not regret that. But if we want to set up gold armor at the portal to prevent future death, I have no issue with that either.
It's...
How are we supposed to know just because they wear it that they are protected from it? I'm looking at Electo. I see they're wearing metal armor. I guess that every Gemblaze, if we wear metal armor, we're fine. Just because they
I've
wear it
been
doesn't mean...
wearing...
Mm-hmm.
I've been wearing this golden armor, and it seems to work with every other person.
Yes,
I mean,
but how are we
it's
supposed to know without you telling us that golden armor stops them?
because I've gone into the fray and tested it.
Boarrie.
Without you telling
No,
us.
you're misunderstanding.
Boarrie, are you attempting to
How?
fix the sins of the past or the potential ones of the future?
both, maybe. I don't
We
know.
cannot
I'm
fix the
just
sins
saying-
of the past.
I am
If you
just
want to
saying there
prevent
is a
damage in
simple
the
solution
future,
to a very
then there
easy
is a
problem.
solution to this
How are
easy
we supposed to
problem.
know?
But
You're
the
supposed to
sins
know
of the
because
past
multiple-
cannot be fixed.
You
They
can't
can
bring
be
them back.
accounted for.
Well, some sins of the past maybe don't include defending ourselves. I mean, all of you seem to defend Leth every time he goes, oh, or, sorry, she, I'm sure. Every time she goes, oh, I love chopping the heads of piglins and killing them all the time. I mean, yeah, frankly, I think this was a problem before any of this, but that's an entire other conversation. Even when I brought it up now, it seems like we're a bit defensive. I don't know. It's just
I'm
wearing
telling
a
you
bit of
how
gold
we're
armor.
supposed to understand that gold armor protects us from them without any idea or any clue. You cannot blame us
You
for
have-
our
You
How?
have the clue. They're all wearing it. They all obsess
As
over
I bring
gold.
this up-
I'm wearing a gold
Boarrie?
belt right
Yes.
now.
Silence.
I am looking at Electo. I am looking at Electo wearing metal armor. Am I supposed to expect that every single Gemblaze wearing metal armor, if we wear metal armor, they won't attack us?
Boarrie.
I'm looking at
There
anyone else.
is
They're wearing clothes.
Tenebrous. There is no fixing the sins of the past. Do you understand that?
I'll be a little more repentant for it, at the very least.
Fine. How do you want me to repent? Do you want to attack
don't-
me?
No.
Because that will solve nothing. We will put golden armor at the portal, and this issue will be closed. We will find the bodies of those slain and lay them to memoriam in whatever
Will
way
you, though?
wish.
Will you? Will you? You're gonna go through the effort of all of that to go find the possible hundreds of, maybe thousands at this point. God knows how many zombified versions
you-
are spreading constantly. That. Okay,
Do
well, I
you
can't
want
say
to help me? Or is this an inadequate reimbursement for the sins?
Frankly,
You're-
I don't know.
You're allowed to be mad, Boarrie.
I
But
am, but
you
everyone
need-
seems to look at me like I'm an idiot every time I say that. Every time I say I'm angry, every time I say, oh, my people are being murdered, I would like that not to happen. Every single one of you have brushed me off or
I
pushed it
am
to the
not
side.
brushing you off. You are brushing off my solutions to this. I am being very open to what you have said today. And yes, I called out Left for their comment today. You need to actually listen to what other people say when they talk to you, instead of deciding in a fervor that they're already against you. I
Well,
am
how
willing
am
to
I
wear the
supposed to
gold
know they're
armor.
not?
I am willing to set up a memoriam for your loss. I want to save Convectra.
I don't
Do you-
disagree with that, but maybe it's in your own self-interest, huh?
If
Of
nothing's going to make you happy, why do you
that.
argue?
What's wrong with having self-interest? What's wrong with any of it? I'm
Nothing's
not.
going to make you
doing this.
happy. Then why are you complaining? Just complain to complain? What do you want out of this, Boarrie? How many Endermen have you killed? That have just been looking around, you've looked them in the eyes, they've attacked you. How many zombies have just been going around? Those are humans. What will make you happy, Boarrie?
What would make me happy is a little more goddamn respect.
You
Then
are being
act
given respect.
Like you deserve the respect we've been giving you. All of us showing to this meeting is respect. All of us listening to what you have to say, agreeing with your opinions, going along with this is
opinions?
respect.
My people get. That's just an opinion to you. This is a opinionated matter that I think my people shouldn't be murdered. That's something that's not. That's an opinion up for interpretation.
You are putting words in my mouth.
You said opinion. I take opinion as a opinionated matter, as a thing
Opinions
that is
such as we
objective.
should measure the magic here. Opinions such as my zombification is a part of corruption.
That's not at all close to what I've been saying. I've been saying, hey, let's not murder my people, corrupted or not. That's not something you have an opinion
up!
on.
Apologies, everyone.
Thank you.
You dare demand respect, and yet you have done nothing but show disrespect to everyone here. You have been nothing but interrupt everyone present. Sure, you may not agree, but the gall you show. Consider our deal rescinded.
Well done.
Well, apparently I have to have the gall to demand my people have a little respect and not murdered for territory. Oh, fuck you, Pete.
I hope he understands that I already agreed to fix that problem.
Yeah. I'm just one.
Yeah, you're free to leave. Or we can have that conversation you wanted.
I'll be right. Worry.
I think I'm going to, yeah.
No problem.
Boarrie, one word before you go.
Oh, sorry.
If you want respect, fucking earn it.
Ganymede, are you okay? Let's go back to the room, okay?
Okay.
We'll be plenty safe.
Switch ears.
Yes.
I'm sorry for yelling.
No, it was completely appropriate yelling.
No, me yelling escalated things so much.
It's hard to escalate things that were already going sky high.
I guess.
He was being completely unreasonable and not listening to a word we had to say. Instead deciding to be angry instead of seeking solutions. Simple as that.
He talked over me when I tried to speak up.
He talked over all of us.
I don't like that. That's
No,
not how these things work.
it really
I've-
isn't.
I've been to a lot of meetings. Just a lot of them before, and that isn't how these are supposed to work.
No, not in the slightest. Everyone else seemed open to actual discussion.
Is Zoru okay? Should we go check on him?
Maybe. I think Vesper might be checking in on him for now, but maybe we should check in a little while once he's calmed down a bit. I haven't seen him explode like that before.
No. Oh, hi, Lef.
Well, wasn't that a disaster, huh?
Yeah.
You didn't particularly help it not be a disaster, but it was.
It would have been a disaster with or without me anyway.
I'd believe that.
I would.
I tried
You know what
talking with
Boarrie's
Boarrie
like.
originally. Yeah.
You need to not pull an entire species into your insults.
True. Fair point.
Newton.
Other than that, that was an utter disaster on his part.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Let's just, hope nobody else hears about the, discussion topics from today, shall we?
Oh?
I mean, come on, Tenebra's talking about the big city leader conspiracy. I mean, come on.
Oh, they've mentioned that one before.
His crazy stuff.
It
Yeah,
is.
nice and breeze.
Mm-hmm.
There's a passion there, but
Where's it aimed?
perhaps a bit too much without basis.
Oh, there's so much building up, you know. We got like so much animosity and tension. It's all stacking up and stacking up and stacking up and stacking up, and I can't wait to see it blow, you know? Ah, it's gonna be exciting. I can't wait.
Ugh.
How's this corruption treating y'all anyway?
Horrifically.
Yeah, it's too bad.
I don't feel too bad myself. At
Yes,
least not
Okay.
here.
Ganymede handling it better than I am.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah.
I haven't told other people this, but look, I have fangs.
Oh, so you do.
That's new. I think that was a part of it. But, like, it's
Oh,
not exactly a bad part. I guess. I don't know.
I mean, not right now.
I wish I had fangs before.
How's Echo doing with it all? You seen much of him lately?
No, I haven't seen much of him. Apparently, he's been getting told off for sleeping in public.
No, there's a surprise.
I know, that man would sleep on the roofs all the time.
Anything to break a rule and be a nuisance to people.
At least he doesn't have the chance of a ghast shitting on him this time.
Ugh, true.
Ew.
Better count himself lucky, huh?
Yeah.
But no, that was an utter disaster.
One
I
of
just
many.
don't see what the point of it all was. I don't think Boarrie is the right kind of person to be behind such a task.
No.
It was a
I-
decent effort, though, at least. The idea of it.
Yeah, his idea is good, but I mean, come on. Try to get Boarrie to execute something that high octane? Never happening.
You wanted somebody to yell at.
Entirely.
He
Yeah, he
didn't
likes
want
that.
solutions. I gave him solutions yesterday. We had this whole talk with poor Zlata overhearing it.
Ugh.
That's a child. She shouldn't be overhearing this kind of yelling.
I don't know what got him so early on, but he's just been a little bit aggressive since day one. I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing him turn on everyone.
You don't think he's corrupted, do you?
This doesn't
Might
feel
be.
like a
Might
corruption thing.
I'll be
This
honest.
just feels like a Boarrie thing.
I didn't have enough contact with him beforehand to make much of an assumption.
No, me neither. People show their true colors in disasters, though.
That too.
I mean, you remember
That
all
they
those
do.
bishops.
This is why I don't have much optimism in the whole monitor and calculate and measure all the Convectra chaos and whatnot. The place, it feels fruitless to try to put order over it, you know?
Yeah, but it's a comfort to some people.
Part of it's hope, part of it's... I see it more like waves or patterns. If we can figure out what this pattern is, we can learn better how to stand through it.
I suppose. I don't know.
I
I've been
realize.
subscribed to chaos since day one.
Yes, you're chaos fairy.
Yeah, it
Honestly,
has merit.
fundamentally, I don't see why that would be a Convectra exclusive fairy.
I don't think it is. I mean,
Look
I
at what
think it's
happened
just
here.
the nature of people, you know?
Yeah.
It's
I
all
think-
gonna end up in ruin.
Things keep falling apart. Over
Perhaps
and
eventually.
over and over again.
I think people making a deliberate action to band together can at least assuage some of it.
Yeah.
It's just difficult when you have so many people banding together to disrupt each other, you know?
Lots of voices. What's that saying? Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Everybody
Something like
wants
that.
to be important. Everybody wants to find the reason to go home.
I think that's part of the reason the conflux worked compared to others.
We were
Mhm.
small.
We were small,
We
and if
trusted
someone
each
was
other.
an asshole, we kicked them out.
Together.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we were
That's what
Echo,
we
we
need
let
to
him
do
stay
here.
around anyway.
Yeah, Echo is good at kicking people out, though.
Yeah,
He
true.
was an asshole, but he wasn't the type of asshole I'd have to worry about causing too much of a ruckus.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of lives like that.
He's pokey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like your mask, it's pokey.
Yeah, Poke.
Has it gotten bigger?
It's pretty.
I don't know. Maybe.
I like it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly, you seem more vibrant than usual. Maybe this place is good for you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically this place is my home. Well, kinda. It's like up there is my home. This is kind of like home adjacent.
Parallel.
Kinda, yeah.
Hmm.
It's just trying to adjust to the whole shift of things and all of the spooks and scares of this place. It's ticking time bombs all over, you know.
Mhm.
There's all of this like Chasma Umbra stuff. There's like tension with that. There's the city leader tension. I think
Oh.
I'm finding there's some interpersonal stuff too, but that's
Chasma
That's something I've been
Umbra
told.
is raring for a war, from what I can tell.
What?
Wait.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't picked
So,
up on that.
Oh.
Tenebris mainly was the one who told me.
Any moment now, the Umbrans are going to revolt against their Chasman rulers.
Oh,
It's
that's
exciting.
scary.
Mhm. Well, think about it, right? We have this whole place. We kind of have the citizens be like Convectra, Chasma, Umbra. If those two are at
Mm-hmm.
each other's throats, then that puts us in a pretty good position, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We could go to the city leaders, maybe offer out to help a little bit, maybe put them both in the ground, and I think it's rife with opportunity.
I have my
I-
own opinions on it. It seems exciting in the type of way that I'd be excited, but Ganymede wouldn't.
I mean,
Well, that's fair.
I don't like that kind of fighting on the forefront, but I have to admit, I do like debate. I think it's fun, honestly. It's
Yeah,
part
I
of what
feel
I'm
like
good at.
that's a conflict that's not gonna end with words.
No.
No, it's definitely going to come to spear points.
If that's going to happen, I do have a thing.
A thing.
Mhm. And whether it's by befriending him or maybe some leftier means, we should figure out how they built their portal.
Definitely.
Because I didn't realize they knew how to build one. That, like, I've heard of dimension travel before. We all have. I mean, look at the three of us. I want to figure out how he built this portal? I mean, his family did. He has to have some knowledge behind
Yes,
there, right?
At least some basis of it.
Because if we need to get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
then we need to go somewhere nobody can find us if this war does break out.
I mean,
I think
that
I
is a good option.
may have told someone that they could have a conversation with me after that meeting.
Ooh.
And I think to some extent they'd prefer I weren't alone talking to them.
Would you want me to come with you?
I'd like that.
Yeah, of course. I'm at your side as always.
Lef, I won't stop you from entering the room.
You couldn't
don't
if
think
you
you could.
tried.
Yeah.
If I tried hard enough, maybe.
If you ask nicely enough, then maybe.
That is the method that would be most likely to work.
Yeah.
That or forcing you to wear formal wear. Either one.
Blech.
Ooh.
Horrible wear.
Oh, just you wait. I had a dress from 2 days ago they managed to stuff me in.
Yeah.
You saw
oh my
it.
goodness. You look so pretty.
Had to keep up appearances.
Oh. Guess I don't need to hold the door open for you.
Can't be too rude about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I sure hope you have a fun conversation with whoever you're having a fun conversation with.
Of course.
I think I'll leave this one to the two of you. Give you some peace.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, work on better insults.
Okay, I will. Take care.
Of
You
course.
too, Lev. Oh, Lev's in the fridge. That's probably fine.
Tenebris, I didn't keep you waiting too long, I hope.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine. Everything all right, you two?
Yeah, I was just a little scared.
That didn't make sense yet. It was, well, explosive way to end the conversation.
Yeah, I was
Perhaps a
worried
bit
that somebody got
literally.
hurt. I'm glad nobody seems physically hurt.
Mm-hmm. Quite well.
Not that I
As
could
far as I'm aware.
tell.
Yeah.
I'm here for moral support.
That is very valid.
Which person's moral support? Fair enough. No, I figured you deserved the right to know both of two things. One, I have been using those panels each day at your request.
I've been
Very
making
good.
sure of it.
Thank you very much.
Two, the corruption in my body has been isolated to a specific part of my brain that is, well, the closest metaphor would be a brain that has
Yeah.
been disconnected from the rest of me.
Oh.
I'm much clearer headed than I was before, and
That
I
is very good.
understand that isn't a full guarantee. I have been able to take off my charm, so it is not perfect. However, I'd like you to know that it is much less likely for me to have such a dangerous episode in the future, and to offer that if you have something you'd like me to do in recompense, I will consider offers of such.
First of all, may I ask, Gurney, have you given back the weapons?
I think so. I
Okay.
offered her the ability to. I think.
I will be
Right.
honest, I do have them on me.
Okay, it's fine. I will put at least a modicum of trust in you.
I honestly trust Electo a lot, and I've made sure to do a little bit of, okay, if this looks stabby, you can't stab that.
You saw that I was able to make it through a duel
Yes, I did.
without losing it. That was the point I paused when things started getting odd in my head.
That's what I expected. And Why, in fact, didn't come with you for the walk. Okay. Liz, alright. I'll be frank, I am usually not one to turn both cheeks or turn my back twice.
Of course.
Out of everyone in this place, you have the most aligned views with I.
The only reason I interrupted you there in your ritual theory is, one, we don't have enough evidence. Two, I don't think that was the table to show all your cards at first.
Oh, you think it was the cards? I can tell you that it wasn't all the cards.
I know, but those cards.
No, that is just a theory I have. And one that is...
Oh dear.
one that is at least soundproof enough for people to believe. Obviously, I am not as intrigued in this problem as others might be, as I have other things I'd like to attend to, but it is a surefire way that they bring me into these conversations to have at least some sort of thought. Does anything I say hold up in actual theory? Unsure. It is all improv. It is all made up. There's a chance I could be completely correct, but I am good at understanding what people want to hear.
That there's an enemy they can fight against as one. That there's a solution in their hands.
Yes, and if people believe that I am not for the greater good of the cities, I can use that to show that I am caring, as it is a theory no one else has talked about.
I know
What
you
is
were
a
a clever one.
I thank you. I see it even worked on someone who seems to know a lot about strategy, even as you. Just, the cards were a royal flush when in my hand I had a full house. Don't worry. But it gets on to why I believe we could have similar views and why we might be useful for each other. I may be able to take on Miles in a fist fight, but the second he knows about my weaknesses,
Yes.
it is much harder to...
Quite poor form of a leader of a guard not to know the powers and weaknesses of those under him.
Yeah.
Well, he knows some of them, but he didn't use them in the fight, obviously. If he had, I would have been, well, disapparated. I am a shadow after all.
No. He left enough blood on my knuckles for me to start making some countermeasures. Despite not having blood myself, I would say
I am a little
I'm
confused.
decent at blood magic.
Very good.
Were fights a part of the galas?
There were
At the end, yes.
sponsored duels. They were
Miles-
allowed.
Hey, it didn't break out into violence.
No, Miles got bored and it was...
Okay.
It was in fact in an arena. And Miles got bored and wanted to fight.
One of the city
Okay,
leaders
that's fine
got a
then.
bit drunk and started challenging people in the stadium.
I was
Maybe
the
it's a
only one
good thing
who...
I didn't go then.
Yes, most likely. It was anyone who wants to, but I was the only one who defeated him.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. Though I'm not sure next time it'll be the same.
No.
Oh, especially if you spited him.
Can I show you a small tool I worked on, though?
Oh, yes,
I think you
absolutely.
might find
Oh,
this fun.
yes.
Oh,
So
that
cute
Speaking
it
of
is.
needing to breathe. Can see what that one's enchanted with.
Might I give you a little bit extra if you really want to have some fun?
Oh, yes.
Give me a
I
second to
do
find it.
appreciate having proper armaments.
Get a brazier, some of his blood,
Mm-hmm.
aquacerate, prismarine, belladonna, and you have a curse of weak lungs. The instant they go underwater, they start drowning. The instant you splash them, they start drowning.
It's getting a little bit of a problem again.
Yes, it is a very intriguing combo, isn't it?
I like that.
Why,
Though,
thank you.
I'll be honest, I don't think that one's quick-witted enough to realize that he's going to need water in those lungs before
Yeah.
it starts to be a problem.
Yeah, so
Uh-oh.
most people wouldn't. Like, against their everything. To want to go into water. But it is if you need a quick way.
Yes,
Then the
of
fight that-
course. No, I was thinking something more along the lines of a vampiric puppet for if I really wanted to use his blood.
That has, just out of curiosity, that has ignition, correct?
It does.
If you really want to have some fun, tag lock Earth Icor, Vines, and Fire Charge, Forest Wrath's Curse,
Oh,
causing
I
anyone cursed
considered
with it to
that as
suffer the
well.
double fire and axe damage.
Oh.
Anyways, we're not discussing an assassination, right?
No, we'd never be.
It's just
Well,
a
I do
little
that.
defense mechanism against some of the squishier folk around.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's so we can protect the people, of course.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
But I'm
Yes.
glad we're back on talking terms.
Yes, I am too. You are one of the few that are not in my path of. You don't stand against me, you stand off to the side, but I would love you if you could stand by my side. Not as a, like,
Are you
work or
guys
anything.
friends again?
Yes, let's say friends.
Yay!
I'd be willing to use the title of friend.
Friends, allies, that sort of thing.
Hooray!
I'd wait to see what you fully stand for before I claim allies.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm willing to use friends.
Sounds like a perfectly fine deal for me currently.
Don't expect me to shake on it.
I'd also rather not shake on it, seeing as you are, in fact, very bright and would kill me.
That would not be good.
No.
I'm fairly certain I could physically shake your hand without that, but considering you're teaching dark magics, I'd rather not.
Well, it's a little contract between allies and friends.
An inherent power imbalance.
Exactly. I try to stay away from physical contracts as they can be loopholed. I prefer words. Not much fun.
No, most of the demons I've dealt with over my time. It's been more useful to get rid of them than to try and strike a deal with them.
But most demons don't think far ahead.
No.
I'm not a demon, of course, so I would never be doing that.
Oh, no. It's the other demon in town.
Oh. Which one would that be?
Oh, Azalea. She practically bragged about it at the gala.
Oh, yes, I do remember that. Quite.
Here she was getting all offended that I called her from Convectra before, and then out at the gala she admits she's a demon.
Ooh.
Seriously. No, I wanted to talk to her at some point and get to know if she had any insight on this whole issue. Who knows, she could have left Convectra many, many years ago. Or she could be relatively recent. I don't know yet. Information,
That's
that's
good to
all.
look into. Because she's one of the bishops, right?
Correct.
I do want to try and gather as much information I can about them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for a lack of trust of them as people.
More of a lack of trust of people in power.
Institution.
There we go.
Oh, seemingly we are almost all on the same kind of.
I
These-
thought Ganymede would be safe to bring to this conversation.
Yes, I was talking quite quietly, but yes, it's good to see an agreement. But these bishops you talk of, who are these bishops?
It's the old word we used for our leaders.
Yes.
See.
Those who are above us, those who talk to our queen.
Ah,
Spread her word, or rather a twisted version of her word to fit their needs.
They would be the individual or paired leaders of a singular fortress. Their word would be law.
I used to work very closely with a couple of them.
And let's just say when our empire collapsed, it was made very clear that most of them had no right to have that level of control over people.
Mm-hmm.
see, akin to the barons and leaders of Umbra.
And the few
Yes.
that weren't horrible leaders tend to be killed by the ones who were.
The ones that get in the way.
Yeah. Good intentions are hardly ever rewarded.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. I can sure agree to that. Yeah, it seems like all three of us have had a similar experience with those in power higher than us.
Quite.
Yeah.
A dislike for those who use it and twist it around their own bloody dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Glad we're on friendly terms.
yes,
Yeah.
glad to be on friendly terms again.
I like friends.
Yes, friends. Very good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Have these. I found them somewhere. I can't remember where.
Shiny.
Speaking
go.
of, however, I do want to see if Oru's still quite as explosive as he was earlier.
Yeah, I was worried about him. Do you know where he went?
Likely his home?
Most likely.
It was impressive. I wasn't expecting such an outburst from him.
Yes. It did show me a different side to him that I was sure that was under there, but
Can I
can
can I ask what happened exactly? I was out of the room. I just heard an explosion.
he shot one of his golems, not aggressively, just the explosive part. And it, just to quiet everyone up, and then had some
Oh.
words to say to Boarrie.
It's a bit of a
Oh.
way to make the room quiet.
Lack of a gavel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It may be good to appoint a mediator next time.
Maybe.
If there is a next time.
Yeah.
I'm also under the impression that part of the reason that meeting even happened was because Oru said that he wouldn't assist Boarrie unless he could prove he could work with others.
Yes. I think I might know. I have a guess. I know that Oru found one, but I have also found one. These diaries that we have found on the
Right.
ground. I have a guess it was part of the deal.
Which is amusing because considering I asked Oru to take a look at them and got them instantly.
I see. Boarrie has some. As I said, if he wants respect and trust, he has to earn it.
I probably should set up that gold armor because I doubt he's going to.
No, he would never set anything up to himself. He would just yap about it. Plain, yet not do anything.
I
Let's see what I
told him that
have.
yesterday. I talked to him for almost an hour yesterday about that, and he
It's
just
not
acted
your.
like it.
He is stubborn to a fault, seemingly. He wants activism, yet
Boarrie.
will not act.
Mm-hmm.
One moment.
Oh, seemingly we have a guest.
Oh, that's right.
Electra,
Oh,
you got
did-
something on your head.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, was cleaning. Did Boarrie put this up? I swear.
Hi, Oru. Are you feeling okay?
You can come in.
Mhm.
Hey,
Short answer, no.
do you need a place to lie down?
No, that's... I would like to formally apologize for how I reacted there.
You have no need to apologize. We were actively wondering if you were alright.
It was a little bit scary, but it seemed like it needed to happen.
Mhm.
That's not a sign I like people to see.
I understand that. I didn't mean to run out of the room crying. That was a bit embarrassing myself.
No,
That is a
you-
valid response.
Yours was a valid, more than fair response. Mine was not.
You got a bit fiery, but honestly, all I think it did was bring a foregone conclusion into action.
Yeah, we weren't getting anywhere with that.
I also-
had this conversation before.
As have I.
As have I a little bit at least. Might I ask, Oru, are you okay? Not mentally, but physically. You look exhausted, drained.
Mm-hmm. If you'd like, I could cook you something.
No, I don't want to waste anyone's efforts. I'm
You're
fine.
not wasting our efforts. We are offering care to someone that we appreciate and want to have around.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to invite you again to sit. And I advise you take that invitation and use it. Would you like to sit down and rest?
Thank you.
Did Lev steal our chair?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh well,
Yes,
it's a chair. Chairs are replaceable objects.
That's true. Give me 1 minute. Okay.
I hope I didn't hurt anyone when I did that.
No, no. You didn't hurt me at least.
I'm quite alright.
I wasn't in the room.
Yeah, sorry, I could feel it bubbling up, and
What was that exactly? If you don't mind me asking.
there's no point hiding it. The short answer is my late father tried to protect me, and it ended up stunting me. And let's just say I've had my own golems manufacturing inside my body.
You're pregnant.
No. No.
No, I agree. I think this sounds like pregnancy.
No.
Which is another ansi, like golemancy. Pregnancy.
Neuromancy.
I'm getting the sense that was the wrong question to ask.
Mythic baby.
No, that's
Congratulations on your delivery.
Oh, Oru.
Sorry, Oru.
Ever since I took this form, I'm able to both instinctually and subconsciously inject my extremely volatile poison mana into them to make them explosive.
Oh.
It's a
Thus-
fascinating defense mechanism.
Yeah. Normally I have more control over it.
Are you hurt?
Oh no, I'm immune to them.
Oh, that's good.
Just making sure. That doesn't sound like a pleasant process.
It's weird, I'll admit, but I am safe with them at least.
Oh, and just to let the air out in the room, Tenebris knows about the attempted brain surgery we're going to do later.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I mentioned before I had a bit of a violent incident.
I'm
Yes.
at the end of the sword.
You didn't mention. I had to mention
Okay, call me out.
it. Sorry.
It was mentioned. People are aware.
It was mentioned.
Also, it was a spear.
Oh, yeah. I meant them theoretically and metaphorically.
No, it was definitely my spear.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I only get the memory of those things a couple hours later.
Luckily, my injuries had been disappeared out of the shadow. So I went
Oh,
to the
good.
doctors.
Oh. Does the doctor know about this?
Oh, no, not at all.
I thank you for your
It's-
distress.
Oh, of course, I told you I'd share it. No, there was other things. I have some shadowy growths on my back, just under my other arms, and my eyes seemingly a bit weird, but I was just shaken, so they thought. I didn't tell them what happened or anything, or that I got attacked.
Oh.
No. Or is there anything we can do to help with these measures we were talking about earlier, or to better assist you? You seem under quite a bit of strain.
It's fine, I have. It's fine, I'm used to the high workload anyways.
I'd like to request to take some of the load.
I like helping. It brings me joy. Especially when it's helping a friend.
If there is something we can assist with, both of us function better with tasks to do rather than stasis.
Mhm.
I do not wish to get in the way if us assisting would be in the way, but if there is anything we can do.
No, it... In order for you to help, I'll need to actually construct them first, and I don't even have that done, so it's...
As a Casman with knowledge, I also offer up my assistance, if needed. If you would take it, of course.
Oru assistance group.
In order to get the proper readings, we'll need multiple points.
The Oru Support and Help Association.
Alright, hello, Cleve.
OSHA.
Osha!
likely isolate each areas across Convectra in each of the biomes, then places where the flow of magic is stronger or weaker. I can do that.
But I'll need to make the devices first.
Still, isolating those places and making sure they won't be interfered with.
Control
You
variables.
can do prep for that.
Exactly.
And I can help with material gathering if you need.
I should have enough to make anchors. I've been here a long time. I've just been resource gathering this whole time.
Okay.
But
Ooh, I'm a really good note taker too.
Yes, it might be good to make a list of the things that we need.
Mhm.
Could you grab a book for that?
Wrong book. Right, I put my extra book back. Hold on, one moment.
I want to do this at points of time. I think we try one test, we then try another test later to see if it's increased or decreased, and if it's scaling or if it's regular.
I think
Yes,
multiple
this-
locations and multiple points of time would be the way to go. Because, from what I've been able to tell at least, throughout my time living in Convectra, instead of, I think Cyrus called them ley lines, it's more a swirling wave that passes through. And if we happen to catch readings of a singular place when the wave is there, it'll be quite different than after.
Anomalous readings.
Exactly.
Although there's a chance that these waves are part of it. They might leave behind the corruption
Entirely.
into a wave carrying salt and water, leaving behind more plankton. I don't know that from Kazma. I read about it.
LinkedIn.
We've been
Yes.
here long enough to see those oceans.
Quite dark down there. Quite good for me.
Ugh.
I've been into the ocean.
I
That's
don't
what I
think
guess
you'd
is-
like it.
It's nice in the ocean. Nice and
If-
calm.
If it is required, I do have a way to get through to the shadow atop the layer of Convectra. If we wanted to see if the bedrock.
You can get through the bedrock.
Yes, as a shadow, I can kind of transpose myself through blocks usually. So I'm currently in a room.
What's above there?
And- I'm not sure, haven't tested it.
It might be good to at least see what's up there.
I can go check it right now.
I had heard a couple theories about it.
Mm-hmm.
The one that was most compelling to me was that it was the same bedrock that was at the bottom.
I will leave you to talk about it. I will go check that in a few seconds, actually.
Okay, don't get
I'm
lost.
oh, don't worry, I'm very good with directions.
No, I meant into the void of space. Goodbye.
Well, if Tenebris is dead, we know where.
How do these look so far?
That's... Oh, sure.
Osha. Oru
Oh, boy.
Help and Support Association.
Wouldn't it be Support and Help Association?
It would, I'm dyslexic.
You're fine, you're fine.
It's spelled correctly in the book. I just couldn't remember it. Recall.
Wouldn't Scientific Help Association? Know what? No, we're just supporting Oru.
Yeah, we're supporting. I'm not good at science. I've got some knowledge of magics, but it's really light magics.
Those notes look amazing.
Wonderful. You want to see?
Sure. Looks good.
Ugh,
Oh.
I need-
The cookies.
I'm breathing.
Cookies. Oh,
I will fully admit those cookies were just stolen from the gala last night.
oh, that's fair.
Listen, that dress had pockets and I just filled it with food.
There was a reason I made it with pockets.
Half the reason I agreed to go there was because there was going to be free food. The answer to keep up appearances, of course.
Mhm.
Honestly, galas kind of bore me at this point. I've been to so many, you know how it's gonna go. Ugh.
Before that one, I've been to one in a few years. Oh, this, like I said, this is the first one I went to. I willingly went to.
Yes, apparently Oru was a bit upper crust.
Oh. Yeah, I got dragged along to a lot of them too.
Wait, upper what?
Upper crust. On the top of class in your society.
Uh-huh.
No?
No, I was. I won't try to deny that.
There's a difference in being placed in such a position and actually having power.
Oh, even... No, I had no power. Don't worry about that. I had no...
I mean, look at Ganymede.
Hello. I was courtier to Bishop for
Even if
a
I
very
had...
long time.
Even if I had power, I wouldn't have had anything to do with it.
It's fair.
Council over there is suffocating.
Ugh.
I understand there's nuance.
Yes, one of them had it out to my father, so even
Ooh.
more so. Yeah, Leonidas was a dick.
What a name.
Yep.
Well, I don't think that excursion went well.
Oh no.
Yes, I will let you know when all of the devices are made. I'll try to make 3 anchors.
Welcome back, Tenebrous.
Hello, good evening.
How did that
Hello.
go?
Went quite well. I just forgot to make a way down.
Oh.
I got up though. I forgot to make a way down. Yes, it's empty. It's nothing. Just lays completely flat. Except there are some things. There are mushrooms.
Oh.
May I?
Mushrooms.
Really, the only thing that can live up there is both types of mushrooms. Red and brown.
Of course, it's always mushrooms.
Only the red
I
and
would-
brown.
Yes, I would be interested to research them to see if they are corrupted.
Yeah.
For if they are not corrupted, is it pure up there and below?
Then I'll give most of these back.
I don't really do the research. I mean, so I will give them to Oru. It is the Oru Support Help Club Association.
More things to research. Speaking of which, I did actually, in my last excursion, found a dormant golem core, if you want to take a look at that.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
may I see?
Oh, it's not on me, it's in my workshop.
I'd love to see it then.
Oops.
If you
You're welcome
feel.
in there. You're welcome in there anytime.
What type of golem's core?
Not sure.
was it from Convectra?
Again, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with Convectra and Golden Goals.
You could go look at it if you weren't watching.
Well, if you all want to, I won't force you.
Seems a
Alright.
bit gory, but I'd be willing to take a look. Maybe I'll be able to confirm or deny some things.
It is still light out.
Oh,
Or not. I'm through the.
alright.
Well, if it isn't Convectra, that's gonna raise some questions.
It
Yeah.
is, but I have at least seen what a properly deactivated core looks like. Want me to take a look first to make sure it isn't one?
Yeah.
No problem then.
And there's just a bit of pudding on
Oh, I stepped in it. Ugh.
the...
You already put it in your finnet.
I did, and there's another one.
I'm going to assume you
You know, that does check out.
Who was putting them there, having fun.
I did call her out for that Piglin comment one-on-one, by the way.
It's not okay.
That one was a bit
Uh.
uncalled for.
Yeah, and you don't. Salada doesn't deserve to hear that.
No. Her own nihilism aside.
I'm just
Mhm.
glad Stella wasn't present.
Yeah.
What is this about?
Salada?
Just what is this about? Comment.
Oh, when Lef said that not all piglins are very bright.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
It's not Blaze at the very least.
Well, that's good.
So you've renovated this place?
Oh, yes.
Isn't it pretty?
It's very nice.
Things of study go up on the wall.
The outer make looks Nocturin. At least with the materials.
Made out of stone. They-
Weird. Ooh. Is this pretty?
Oh, wasn't that what you were wearing last night at the gala?
Yes.
Wait, that was 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, a side effect I have been noticing of that little cut you made, I seem to take dormant stages for a bit longer than I usually do.
Oh,
Nothing harmful, but
I still do apologize for that.
if that's the worst of the side effects, I'm willing to live with that.
Let's hope that's the only one.
I've seen blazes take dormancy about that long. So it doesn't seem out of the normal at the very least for a blaze.
Yes,
But for Electo, no.
for Electo. For any Lacagos or Loco.
Yeah, I didn't get too much of a one-on-one with those guys as you did.
No.
Definitely
For-
didn't see them sleep.
For any military make, I've been sleeping far too much. But not anomalous for my species, I suppose.
I'm just glad you're able to get sleep now.
Yes, it could just be making up for the lack of sleep I was getting, who knows?
I'll keep an eye on you. Lava's close enough if I need it.
Yes, if you need to drag me into the lava, so be it.
But yes, plan is to, once all the anchors are made, there'll be a central hub that I'll have to build here.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, careful.
Oh, that's
No, me, don't worry.
100% fire.
Are you alright, Oru?
Yes, I'm just thinking.
Alright.
Feel free to share your thoughts if you desire.
Oh, Ganymede, you haven't done this today.
What? Oh, yeah.
We thought it wise to do something similar. Just in
Ah.
case.
I see. Smart, yes.
My corruption's in my core.
Oh, that is great.
No.
Ooh.
Yes, we were able to catch it just before it touched.
Mhm.
Your core is where you produce flame, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Just on the hypothesis of the air, it would mean that the convectron air goes directly to your core, where it would feed it.
Mhm.
Whereas for Lecto, it wouldn't go straight to there. It wouldn't go straight to
No.
the
Cranium.
physical manifestation.
Mhm.
Yes.
Not unless you opened up your head.
No, which I haven't done. Except for in here in quite some time.
Hmm.
Bringing
Just
it
a
back,
theory.
bringing it back to the ley lines.
Yes.
As difficult as it's going to be, it may be smarter instead of areas we try to locate the ley lines of Convectra.
Well, wasn't the point brought up if there's not really ley lines in Convectra or more a wave?
Yes, but waves come from a source somewhere.
They continue
True.
moving. There isn't an origin point. They
Yes.
are like creatures that move.
When they get to their destination, they then bounce back.
Exactly, they bounce back.
They
to
don't
a
bounce, they
singular-
just continue moving.
Hmm.
Everything originates from somewhere. Everything has to have an anchor point.
I'm not sure about
Very
that.
Even if it's a loose one, it's still there.
Well, to not bring it to me, but shadows don't generate. That is a lack of. If these waves are chaotic magic, maybe it is akin to a shadow, and it is where the magic disapparates and is then made a wave that has been continuously going. Because waves create waves themselves. As they go forward, they then leave a small trough behind them, which then creates another wave.
I believe
Could it be that a pulse made that?
they pick up the entropic energy with them as well as they release as they go. They are their
Tested for
own
it.
perpetual motion machines.
Oh.
Testing for it and knowing for absolute certain is probably a good idea, though.
Yes,
Mhm.
definitely.
At the very least, giving our
yeah.
arcanist a
yes.
solid view of it.
Yes.
This is just old
We-
theory I heard.
We at least need to find a place where it all centralizes. Because true,
There's
if it,
gotta
if
be
it
some overlap.
does, exactly. After all, there are, at least back where we are from, and from what I've read here, there are nexi, essentially. Little crosses, essentially, where two ley lines converge.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, there has to be similar, if not exactly the same, in Convectra.
Not down then. Up here about, but a place where, if it starts from that point, it would actually be less as the waves then continue if they pick up entropic energy as well as disapparate it. So where there'd be less corruption, a point of place where something is happening, an ancient thing, where we found a portal, could it be that this large library that you all had, could that be the origin point? Or where they end up?
The labyrinth?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I just
As-
know it was brought up by the Sheikh.
Yes, as the people who were not at the labyrinth seemingly were more affected by this corruption. Boarrie's corruption being physical, basically death. Ganymede's in the core and was found later in a geode, apparently.
What?
Mm-hmm.
These people who were
You
later on.
had hidden yourself in one of the onyx geodes as a defensive point.
I had overheard this.
Oh, that makes sense. I like Onyx. It makes me think of you.
Yes, it was on
see.
the ceiling.
Yeah.
The two who seemingly have. The two that have get it worse when in Convectra. Actually, no, I'm the opposite way around, but the people who seemingly have entire full change of personality while in Convectra
Mhm.
are Gani and Boarrie. There's a chance that this corrupted state is actually Boarrie's main state, and that is what he is reverting to it, yet Convectra is the keeping him normal, or the other way around.
Hmm.
I'd also
Akin
like
to
to
a
pose
Plan.
the possibility. Boarrie stated that apparently he was inflicted with this as soon as he had left the portal and started feeling effects, but he tested negative for corruption. It could be that he is
Something
just more
different.
susceptible to a disease while here.
He did say it is the disease that the zombies of this realm have,
Yeah, it's
which
There's
is an
precedence for it.
infection. Yes.
Well, if there's just a more powerful strain in something that piglins are already weak to,
I've been keeping an eye on Salada.
good.
Yes.
He
There's a
kind of
chance.
scared her,
There's
telling her
Yes.
about it.
golden
Yeah.
apples in the storage, at least. I've been trying to sneak them to Boarrie, but he usually refuses them.
Like a child not eating vegetables.
Like a child not taking their insulin.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is that then brings the point if Boarrie's quotation marks corruption is corruption, or if it is an infection completely separate. As
Honestly, I think Boarrie is confusing me too.
yes, I think because all the other infected people or corrupted people, you two, it is a point like you both have a similar thing. We need more subjects to know if it is your construction. For example, if it is because you were gem blazed, it becomes a point, or if it is the corruption itself. But your
So what I'm hearing is you want to take people out of Convectra and see if you can cure them.
no, more just the fact of if we knew more people who were corrupted, if we could find out a running information, a running line.
We need more data points
Exactly.
to form a proper graph.
As both of you two are gem blazers, so
We could both be outliers.
exactly.
We could be.
Yes, which is why I brought up at the beginning.
And I appreciate you bringing that up. I was a little focused on my own situation. As Boarrie said, with not quite having used to concepts of time, the impending bell of mortality is not something I'm used to.
Of course, that's the only thing he took from the conversation we had. That entire hour-long conversation, and he only took the fact that we don't have perspective on things. And all the things I said. Sorry.
All the things you said, running through his head, running through
They
his
were
head.
not running through his head.
running out his head, running out his head.
One ear, out the other.
There's a big ear.
They are big
Honestly,
ears.
I'm
Let's use them
convinced
more.
that he has a filter in his head that just conveniently leaves out certain bits.
Oh, the bits you can't weaponize.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do.
But I think for the moment, we should. There is a chance that these corruptions you were experiencing could just be. It could be that Boarrie's corruption is the actual corruption. You two could be experiencing something that is not precedented for gem blazes. But I think for the moment we just need more information.
Well, at the very least, I was going to actually put some of that gold armor up at the portal if people want to join me.
I should have some gold if you need me to make some.
Oh, I grabbed some.
I have 25 blocks in my backpack.
Why are you carrying that much gold?
I have so much stuff in my backpack. Would you like to see it? I beg you not to take anything, but I am always
Oh.
prepared.
What?
Don't worry about what's in the cardboard boxes.
Oh, I have a good guess what's in there.
Rumpet.
It's always good to be prepared. What can I say?
That's fair. I have 3 backpacks.
Oh,
My
yes,
bag
fair enough.
is much less organized.
Got that one, then I've got that one, then I've got that one.
Why do you have 3 backpacks?
For different things. Take a look.
Why is one
have-
entirely filled with sweets?
Don't worry about it.
I'm not surprised by that.
Emergency fuel.
I mean, I
Oh,
have.
In case I
you're
get stuck somewhere.
Still carrying that. Okay.
Carrying
I
what?
mean,
The
I have
chains.
3 backpacks.
I only have 2. One is for the use.
Besmirched robes. Someone's been having fun.
What?
I forgot I had TNT in this one.
I'm not gonna judge you for that, don't worry.
I got explosives for my birthday.
You did.
Oh boy. No.
Anyways, if you're going to go and play with gold, I'm probably gonna head back.
No, I was just gonna put it at the portal, then leave.
Okay, I guess I can come with you then.
You
I'll
don't
join you.
have to enter the portal room with me.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Kenemy?
Sorry, I was taking a brain drink as soon as you started walking.
You need to hurry because the moon's going down.
It's fine. I just go under the.
Let's go!
Oh.
I love being this fast again.
Maybe we'll get you up to proper speed soon.
Oh, really? I'd love that.
I enjoy how fast I seem. You could go faster on grass.
I could.
A very certain item called the Druid Band will make you faster on Earth.
Ooh. I don't have one of those.
You could probably ask someone to make one.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm a little bit slow at the moment.
Oh, good.
Oh, you're
Do you
okay.
need assistance?
No, I'm capable of movement.
Alright. You've just carried me enough times.
Oh.
Yes, I don't know what everyone is saying about you being heavy. You're actually quite light.
I'm heavier than most gem blazes, but I'm not particularly heavy if you want to compare me to you.
Oh, there's another newt.
Hello, little friend. Hello.
Oh, another one.
We,
Hey.
I was just thinking, didn't we at some point, we thought the newts could be, well, not carrying it, but I don't want to say it, but should we see if there is a point in the newt where it is being consumed?
Likely.
A theory I know one of us came up with was that they need a certain level of intelligence to.
I believe that was you.
Yes,
I'm fine,
and
don't worry.
so far, that theory seems true. Because the hoglins are fine, the butterflies are fine. I've tested several of those.
Alright, the armor's up. We can head
Oh,
out.
you already had it, okay. I made 4 pairs of helmets.
Well, we
Oh.
can put the helmets on. The only helmets that were on those armor stands were skulls.
Oh. Well, there's 2 extra helmets, so can I eat Merry Christmas?
Oh, no, no, thank you.
No,
Oh, okay.
that.
I'm okay.
Oh,
I can't go
there
back
is-
anyways.
I was just giving them to get.
Hey, Denver, remember the day with the festival?
Hmm?
There's still food in this chest.
Oh, gross.
Oh, there's still food inside the tree.
Oh, that's rotten pork. Okay.
Ew.
Why did I look?
I don't know.
Why did I look?
I looked too.
Oh.
Where is he? There's my boy. There's my baby boy.
Gross.
Your baby boy?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And the sun's up.
I'll let you have your secrets. Oh, the sun is up.
Underground I go.
Another Newton.
Beacon.
What will
Alright,
this one be named?
where are we taking this Newton?
Why is
Home.
You want another newt? Alright,
Yay.
to the hearse, I
will this-
suppose.
What will this one be named?
Think
Well,
about
either-
that.
There was a beacon under the path. Unactivated.
Ominous.
Blocked off.
What do I want to name this little guy? It's pretty little.
Pretty small.
As unfortunate as that. What are they doing? Okay.
I don't.
Think they're dancing?
I'm not questioning it.
As unfortunate as this little meeting turned out, at least we got some good of it.
I go the wrong way. I went the wrong way.
I agree, though. I think it was a net positive.
It's net positive to know that not to press a certain button.
Yeah. And that know where we stand with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess is a positive. Even if it's depressing.
Yes, by the look of it, he will never accept.
No. Considering I was actively offering a solution and recompense.
I'm still angry at the fact that he's just kept spitting in your face with that.
He was spitting at you.
No.
Metaphorically, he was spitting at you.
Oh.
He didn't let me talk at all.
Yes, I'm
Also-
more annoyed about that.
Yeah.
I don't like being ignored.
Yes, I can take a few foul words, but the lack of respect to the others.
Gall to demand respect.
You can't just expect respect. You've gotta earn it.
That's exactly what I said. He was walking off. If he wants to expect, he has to earn it.
Mm-hmm. We
That's
gave him
good.
the baseline level of respect, and he spat in his face.
We showed up when he asked.
Even some of us without asking.
I wasn't even invited. I was talking to Vesper, and I just brought her with.
Teaches her to
No.
do the shadows.
Apparently he had sent invitations to all the Convectrans except for Lef.
For laugh.
Which why would you point that out?
Spite.
Yes.
He's not very tactful.
He makes me look tactful.
Oof.
Ganymede, I hate to say this, can I get rid of some of the melons? They're starting to smell weird.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. They're starting to smell weird, and I didn't know how to ask.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't mind. I mostly put them up to be silly.
I'll leave a couple.
Do you think Newton's gonna get along with the new Newt?
Probably, or he'll just eat it.
No! That's not
Oh.
good.
As they say, om nom nom.
Nom.
No!
Left probably wants to keep theirs.
Oh,
Slaughter
Yes.
really liked hers.
this is adorable.
I'm still
Isn't
yet
it?
to meet Slaughter.
We did a bunch of decorating for Slaughter yesterday.
Yes.
Made her feel a little bit more at home.
Better to have her be comfortable with her surroundings, especially with this all being very recent for her.
Yeah.
Well, I see Lef claimed the bunk.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Left.
Actively hosting his event at our home. I'm surprised he didn't expect people to show up. Which, yes, he has every right to use that common area, so would you, but it seems a little gauche, that's all.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll call a meeting to talk about newts.
About newts?
Mm-hmm.
What about
Yes,
newts?
well,
Newt enthusiasm.
Newton's news.
Yes.
well, if I host a meeting, you already know where it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
My basement.
Ah, that makes sense.
I like to. How come Ganymede's name is glowy and yours is not?
Because Ganymede has two signs.
Oh.
This one was a gift.
I believe it was the note placed on a birthday present. Some people have decided to customize their signs, some people haven't. Though, this leads to the same room anyways. Was there anything more we should discuss, or...?
No, we can leave that for another time.
Alright. Do take care of yourself.
You both as well. Well, you three as well.
Thank you.
I was
Just
looking at these
because
two.
they're invisible doesn't mean they aren't listening.
The shadows of eyes. And those.
At least two.
Yeah,
Yeah, you do have yours.
apparently 2 eyes, but that's a different thing. Yes.
How many eyes do you have?
I'm not sure. When I went to Construct, they saying something about that like the lines under my eyes that I voice all are just sleep bags opened up and blinked at them.
Whoa.
You might be able to see them. Yes.
Can I touch?
Yes. Feel free.
Alright, if I just move this? That is an eye.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Feels
Ooh.
weird. It doesn't. I don't feel it. It's like similar to how.
It is looking
The
at me though.
yes, it's similar to how the growths on my back feel. It's akin to a human touching themselves and feeling scales. It's not quite my shadow. Same with the eyes. They're not quite my eyes. I can't see after them.
Well, I'll let go of your face.
Thank you.
Well, at least 3 eyes then.
Mhm.
In that case, I'll bid both of you a good night.
You too. Good night.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves.
You as well.
Are you alright, Ganymede?
Yeah, it's just today's been a lot.
A bit more yelling than expected, yes.
So much more yelling than expected.
Well, at least it wasn't a blaze core.
Yeah. No, that's...
I was slightly concerned we'd have something like that on our hands.
Yeah.
We'll have to pick a name for the newt, though.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be something for you to look forward to.
Which one of you? That's Newton.
No, the big one's Newton. The small one needs a healing potion. I'll work on that.
I didn't realize Newton was bigger than the other one.
No, that's not a healing potion. That's
Are you
just
a baby?
blood.
What?
I may have a couple spare bottles of blood the side of my bed.
Okay.
It's useful for spells.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Newton and
Newton
I don't have a name yet.
and
Newton and You need a name, little friend.
Do you want it to be another newt name?
I do want it to be another Newt name. I'm not going to lie to you. Newton is so fun to say.
Newton and... Oh, maybe a name that ends in newt.
That's what I was thinking. Newton and...
Well, they're healthier now at least. But they're in need of a trim. Do I still have my clippers on me? No, I put them
I have
away.
mine.
Alright, let's see if you can cut those ones.
I
There you go.
got it.
Good job.
Here you go.
Oh, so I smell more like newt.
Yeah, so you smell like more Newt. We need someone to like you. Newt.
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 What to
Newt.
name a newt?
Newt. What to name a Newt? Newty Newt. Newt. With the snooty snoot. Snoot. Newton. No, stop.
Snootin?
Yeah, I don't think Snootin's a good name.
No.
You want to be Snootin'. You do not want to be snootin'.
I don't think there's other names with a newt in it than Newton.
What about True Newt?
True Newt?
Like Truman.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Listen, I am trying.
Mhm.
And that sounds horrible.
Maybe something about mushrooms.
Oh.
Tootin'!
Tootin'?
Tootin'!
Well, somebody's dropping books in here.
Gee, I don't know who that could be.
I don't know who it could be. You want to name the newt Tootin'?
Well, I don't know. You got what? You got nothing else going on, do you? It's like the sequel to Newton, right? We have Newton, and you got Tootin.
Tootin'. Or...
I mean, if you want mushroom names, maybe Pyleus?
Oh, I don't know how to spell that.
Pileus.
Here you
Oh, okay. I'll go name Pyleus.
go. Hylius. Isn't that so... Oh. I'm sorry, I turned your light off. I dimmed it. There we go. Hylius. Say hello to left.
Hello, Pyleus. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hello, left.
Oh,
I am a newt.
hello.
Oh,
Alright, let's name this newt.
Newton took his spot back. Hylius.
Pyleus.
Hooray!
Hooray. Newton and Pyleus. We'll see how many I end up with.
I don't think this room can take many more newts.
So
We'll
what
find
I'm
a way.
hearing is to make a room.
Yes, you can make a
For the
newt
newts.
room.
Newt Sanctuary. Oh, they're sharing. Never mind.
So, how'd your conversation go, huh?
Not
went pretty well.
bad. How much of it were
What
you
you-
snooping for?
You'd be surprised to hear absolutely none of it.
I would be, but alright.
I couldn't even begin to tell you what you were talking about.
That's fair.
At least delaying some of my upcoming insanity, making a few friends.
Yeah.
Oh, good, good, good.
Mm-hmm.
Who's on the friends list? Who we, well, who should I not, mess around with?
I'm enjoying the company of both Tenebris and Oru.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Those two?
So far, yes.
What an interesting little duo.
I know.
Didn't think they'd,
Be able to get along.
yeah.
I know, right?
And yet.
It's fascinating.
We'll
I'm
see how
watching that
long
dynamic
lasts.
closely.
I like them both. They seem interesting. Oru's
I
really
think-
smart.
I think they're both really smart. I think they're both on the brink of snapping.
Oh.
You can hear it in the way they speak. and
You caught
the
on to
things they
that
talk
too,
about.
didn't you?
Oh, for sure. The way Oru snapped, Boarrie, and the way Tenebris is just in general.
Oh, definitely.
There's something wound up there.
Wherever they end up going, something interesting's going to happen.
Good to keep an eye on.
And if I happen to facilitate some of that, so be it.
Oh.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course, of course. Well, as long as you're not getting yourselves into any trouble, that's what I like to hear.
Oh, not too much trouble.
A little bit, of course.
Enough to keep life interesting.
I just don't want my favorite two gem blazes going around getting themselves in too much trouble.
No. How many other gem blazes do you know left?
Well, there's this green one who's all like big and stoic and a little bossy, but just surprisingly fun. And there's this small, like golden yellow one, absolute bundle of joy. Just love them to bits. They're really cool. And that's all the gem blazes I know.
Electo, I think those are us.
Oh, I don't know.
Electo, I think Ganny's right.
Oh. Well, I have to trust Ganymede's opinion.
They are opinions formulated after years and years of experience. You'd think they'd be worth listening to.
Alright. Well, you do tell me if you find any others. That'd
Will
be
do.
interesting.
I mean, I poke my head into Convectra every now and then. Sometimes I remember to put my name in the book. Most of the times I don't.
I'm surprised you put your name in that book at all.
Well, sometimes it's fun to play along, and sometimes I just forget. I got things to look for in there, you know, like people and
Anything
People.
I should be keeping an eye out for?
there's people, there's something else. What is it? What is it? What are you? I don't know. I keep forgetting. There's something though.
Well, I'll tell you if I find any people or anything particularly Basilef-esque.
Yeah. I will let you know if I find any more gem blazes or anything Electo-esque, which I think is gem blazes.
Gem blazes, any particularly fun weapons?
Oh, of course, of course. Well, I'm happy you two are keeping things together and keeping things safe and making friends with the right people.
Yeah.
You made any
Trying to,
friends
anyway.
in town?
Oh, I mean, I got friends all over the place, you know. People tend to like me. I don't know why, but they do. I don't think Boarrie likes me. I don't think that Flavor or whatever likes me. But that's only two of like a few
Believe
people.
that's favor.
Flavor.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember them. They're like weird about books or something.
The little scared one,
Yeah.
who's obviously seen too much of something.
It's like a tenebrous but scared instead of scary.
Suppose the shape is similar enough.
I know they don't like me. I don't know why though.
Lef, you have a tendency to be a bit intimidating when you first meet people. And you tend
Thank you.
Of course. And you also have a tendency to cling on quickly in a way that
Wow.
some people find disconcerting and others find charming.
I do like people.
People are pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep trying to make them my friends. We can have everyone be friends, and no one's gonna be.
Yes, I saw
Sad
your
except
little
everyone.
friendship club.
Yeah.
You
Right.
actually planning on hosting that, or to just get all the grumps in a room together?
I think it would be fun to get all the grumps in a room together and, like, do something to them all to make them less grumpy.
Make them
Be nice.
do little friendship bracelets.
Yeah, so something to really tear down the "I'm so stoic and cool for too awesome for friendship." You know, I like breaking people down like that.
Well, if you're going to break them, let me know. That might be fun to
Yeah.
watch.
I want to take them all, round them all up, and put on a little performance with them. Could find like a play or something.
Oh, a little
Something really,
friendship
like-
play.
Something fun and cute that would just be so against how they normally are.
I'll do.
It
let
would be
me
really
know
funny.
if you're going to do
Yeah.
that.
I will consider it and then consider you, and together the things will both happen that will.
You know I like
Yeah.
seeing people snap.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It sounds perfect.
I think we were going to attempt to get some sleep.
Well, don't let me stop you. I was just heading out.
Alright. Have a good rest of your evening.
You too. Good night.
Don't get arrested
Take
for the
care.
trouble you'll make.
I won't. I could escape jail if I wanted to.
That is true.
You ready for some rest, Ganymede?
I'm tired.
Yeah. At least I've actually been able to rest the last little while.
You're on my side. We're
Oh,
switching it up today.
we're switching it up today.
I don't mind.
Good night, Ganymede.
Good night.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.